I was looking to connect someone in the mafia, a big-time mafia boss, to Mia Familia.
Like the mafia? Yeah, like the mafia.
And I made a connection. I actually found something about Bugs Bunny. I know. Stick with me. This was really cool. And, you know, it's because I always mention you got to notice names. Now, I grew up with Bugs Bunny, and you can tell here, I still love Bugs Bunny. So when I came across certain names looking for this mafia boss, it caught my attention. And so it started because I had done a video a while back about Salvatore Maranzano, who was like the original Godfather. And if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. He was from Castellammare-di-Golfo, which is in Trapani, which is right next to the Palermo province where Mia Familia is from. But when I traced his line back, it turns out they were actually distantly related because they went back to Carini. So I wanted to see if this other gangster, who hopefully it will be the next video or so here on the channel. So this is, all right, well, genealogy, because you shouldn't have to talk to family. And if you'd like to help support the channel so I could do more videos more frequently, you can do so in the description. And also you can go to, just click on the store link. And I've got shirts and things. Genealogy, I know where all the bodies are buried, which kind of goes in line with the whole mafia series there here on the channel. What I was able to do recently when I did a series of videos on gangsters from this is Gaetano Badalamenti, and he killed his boss Cesar Manzella. When I did the series on these gangsters from Genealogy, just like Maranzano, I noticed they went back to Carini and were at least distantly related to Mia Familia. So that's why I wanted, all these roads seem to go back to Carini. And it was very unusual, though, to see that Castellammare-di-Golfo also did. So I don't know why yet, but that's the thing with family history. It is history. I will find out why so many of these lines eventually tend to go back to Carini. We'll see. That's for another video. This is what I'm talking about. I'm going through the Sicilian records, and I do have to point out that the records for Carini, Sicilia, and Genesi, and even Terracini, Portorico, Montelepre, really, really good. Not just because they go so far back, but the scribes. And I even did a video about the scribes. So here it is. Not too many people saw it. Maybe check that out. It's actually a fun video. The scribes, really, really good. Not so much the case when you get the Castellammare-di-Golfo. This is actually like a prize-winning one. This is one where it's off the charts neat for that particular, for that part of Sicily. This is a good one. I'm happy about it. I'm not complaining about the scribes here. But if you look here, holy crap, it's like 150 years ago, the scribe was looking to, or maybe 120 years ago, the scribe was trying to get I thought it was a problem with the scan. It's awful. And I posted it, and it's like a 3D kind of, it looks absolutely horrific. And we didn't have to do that, because as you see right next to the first name and the given name, it looks fine. The script is very nice. Yeah, that scribe, straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Right to jail, right away.
All right, so this is actually a good one. So what caught my attention initially was right here, Buscemi. So one of my favorite actors, of course, and I will have a series of famous Sicilians. So Steve Buscemi, one of my favorite actors, I do know that he is the grandson of Sicilian immigrants. So all his grandparents are from Sicily. So that'll be in a future video. But this
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Caught my eye. Again, I know it's not easy to read. Paul Puma. Now, for those of you who did not grow up with Bugs Bunny, that may not mean anything to you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But again, I did. So that point, I said, oh, this is hilarious. Now, Paul Puma is actually from one of my favorite Bugs Bunny cartoons. And so he is, of course, the Bugs Bunny pretending to be the cousin of Pete Puma.
I know you. Sure you do. I'm your second cousin, Paul Puma. I just dropped by for a little social call, cuz.
Being the adolescent that I am, seeing Paul Puma there, that was not enough. And I had to satisfy my curiosity and see, did we have a Pete Puma? And yes, we did. There you go. Pete Puma and Paul Puma. right there from the Bugs Bunny cartoon. One of my favorite. That's just one of the funny things that I've been. The names they catch my eye, and I find that I thought that was pretty funny. So that's why it's important to look at all the names. It's not always going to lead to Bugs Bunny, but man, it's really funny when it does.
By the way, how many lumps do you want?
Oh, better give me a lot of lumps. A whole lot of lumps. Oh, no, you don't. I'll help myself.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.